Welcome to IFX, where you will learn how to master your trading in easy-to-follow steps. In our previous lesson, we learned about M15 reversal block entries. Now, let's talk about adding an extra layer of confirmation for our entries. Do you think that just relying on M15 rules is enough? Yes, it's possible, but I know that we have a lot to risk here, so let's talk about the 1-hour time frame confirmation. I'm going to show you what I consider before making an entry, so you can start noticing the same things. Keep in mind that everything else stays the same, you're just adding one more rule to the entry. Remember, less is more. If you start adding too many rules, you will become confused. Good. Let's take a look at the chart again in 1 hour and refocus on the RSI. The RSI is a great tool that can be used in various ways. I've just observed this in my years of trading. Notice that when the RSI is outside the 60 level, price tends to move higher and higher, or when it's outside the 40 level, price tends to move lower and lower. So when you get an M15 reversal block alert, also make sure the RSI in 1 hour is inside the 60 and 40 levels. This increases the chances of a successful entry. This tool I'm about to show you makes my trading better by allowing me to see all the pairs. The dashboard gives you a complete overview of all the pairs you want to trade, and you'll notice different columns for things like yesterday's high and low. This lets me know which pairs are already at the levels where I can start looking for an entry. Take a look at the yesterday's high and low columns. Those are the pairs I would start to analyze. You also have the 1-hour RSI column, which is essential for making informed decisions. There's more to the dashboard, but for now, let's just focus on what we need. The 1-hour RSI column turns lit up when the RSI is outside of the 60-40 levels. You can edit the RSI levels and timeframe to better suit your needs. I personally ignore pairs that are outside of the level range and move on to those that are in the gray area. This is another example showing you the 1-hour RSI levels. You can use this same strategy for any type of instrument, because the behavior is always the same. Sometimes people think, oh, it's at the 70 level, I'll just get in and see what happens. Well, you might get lucky, but then you start to break the rules and see inconsistency in your profit and loss. Remember, you are always making decisions that will either get you closer or further away from your goals. There's no secret to making money in the markets. We all know that you can't win 100% of the time. There will be times when everything is lined up perfectly, the market is at yesterday's high, RSI and M15 and 1 hour are below 60, and your entry still goes the wrong way. Why? One possible explanation is major news coming up or happening. So, please be aware of the news calendar. Another clue could be a strong trend happening in higher time frames. Remember that all of your entries are probabilities, and that anything can happen. In future lessons, I'll discuss more market observations that help me reduce the chances of big losses, and keep me more focused on the positive side. If you're enjoying this video so far, show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel. And be sure to share it with your friends. The next following lessons, I will give you more tips on higher time frame confirmations. Arya, can you tell me a funny joke?
Have you heard the joke about yoga? Never mind. It's a bit of a stretch.